All right, so here is the future of Boruto theory part two. Don't forget to subscribe, like, leave a comment. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so in pretty much not necessarily recent, but kind of recent in Boruto chapters, Kawaki is seen for the first time. Besides, like here in this footage, but yeah, he's actually seen pass out on the ground in front of like I think some robots or something. And honestly, I think that he might be taken into the Leaf Village or something at some point because I don't think that they would just abandon a kid they just saw in the street. I mean, pretty much Boruto's kind of not necessarily noble, but Konohamaru, he's pretty much a really good guy. He wouldn't just do that. Now, honestly, we really actually don't know much about Kawaki. We don't know if he's part of a village, maybe he's on the outskirts. Is he even a Genin or Chunin or anything? I mean, we really don't know anything about him besides the fact that he and Boruto will pretty much fight 4 years after the Otsutsuki situation at the Chunin exams. So, I mean, we don't really have too much to go on with Kawaki anyway. But as I said, I would assume that they'll probably take him in because, I mean, he is just a kid passed out. And, where they see some dangerous people, of course, they'll probably pick him up. Now, with this, he will probably be accepted into the village. He probably will get some citizenship. If he doesn't have any, maybe he'll probably become a ninja or something. Maybe he'll just be a regular citizen. We don't know that much. But, I mean, I would guess that, yeah, he'd probably become, a ninja or something, get in school. Now, in between this and their fight, of course, they're gonna have side missions, have even main missions pertaining to, a key part of the story, much like how pretty much Naruto and Sasuke were, up until the point where they did fight. But, I mean, of course, Boruto and Kawaki and probably the rest of the team might have a few missions. I don't know if he's actually going to be on their team because we pretty much see a lot of teams with like 3 people. I mean, I think we've seen teams before. I don't know. But he might have to do what Iwabe did, be the oldest guy in the Genin class, graduate at some point, and then be eligible to actually be an actual shinobi. But of course, as we see in the future, at some point he doesn't, he says that the world of shinobi will come to an end. So between there and now, we're pretty much going to talk about what's probably going to happen. And yeah, I really think that the Otsutsuki. Of course, yeah, you know about them. As I said in my last video, they're pretty much out there. They're a clan, and I think that of course they're gonna come after Naruto again. Of course, as you see here, they're after his chakra. They don't, of course, get it. Well, of course, Momoshiki is seen to get some, but I think you actually have to get all of it for it to really matter. Because Kurama can pretty much just refill at some point because he's pretty much just chakra, honestly, because that's all the tailed beasts are, is just pure chakra. And we already know that the octopus one, I think the 8 tails, he got captured. And I mean, I don't know if that means B is dead. I would guess so, but maybe he had some kind of way of living, hopefully. But yeah, for now I'm guessing that Killer B is pretty much dead. But so far they're coming after the 9 tails chakra. And of course, in the future, they're gonna probably come again to get it. And I think that they're gonna threaten all of humanity. Because I mean, as you see, they're pretty powerful, where even Naruto and Sasuke themselves have trouble defeating it. I mean, look at this. I mean, we thought that Naruto died right here the first time. But of course, as you pretty much is gonna see, that I guess another world tree was grown, but I guess its only use was to pretty much trap Naruto in it to only suck out his chakra. I don't think it was supposed to spread to get anyone else's. But yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna, tell humanity, well, give me Naruto or you all die or something. And maybe Kawaki, he's probably gonna get like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? None of us really have the power to beat all of them. We could probably beat 1 or 2, but not a whole clan of them. And I mean, like we see here, I mean, the Kage, they can fight. They have some really interesting skills. Now, they can land a lot of hits on them and stuff, but to actually, pretty much body the Otsutsuki clan. I doubt it, and I think Kawaki's gonna pretty much know that. And I think he's just gonna go ahead and try to give Naruto up, and probably tell his location. I'll be like, you know what, I got this. Let's go ahead and get him, leave us alone. And I think that they're gonna like defeat him. Of course, most likely kill Naruto, take his chakra. So I mean, maybe Kuruma's gonna be gone indefinitely. Maybe all the rest of the tail beasts. I don't know. But as we even see here, the world tree is destroyed. Momoshiki is pretty much gonna. He pretty much absorbs Kinshiki. I guess he doesn't really care about his teammates because he's part of the main clan. Not the main clan. I mean, head of the family around where Homura was part of. That main family in the Otsutsuki clan. And yeah, I think they're gonna kill Naruto. Now, not necessarily. We don't really know where Sasuke is in the future. We really don't. We don't see him at all in the little forward flash, or what do you call it? We don't see him. I don't know where he could be. He may be preoccupied with fighting other Otsutsuki or trying to help Naruto. He might be in another dimension for all we know. We never know. Could he have been defeated as well? But most likely not. But like I said, it still stands. I think that with Naruto not necessarily out of the way, but with him gone, they're going to have to go to new efforts to pretty much make a plan to pretty much destroy the Otsutsuki. And I really think that's really going to happen. Because even Kawaki says, the shinobi world is over. Maybe that's why it's not necessarily saying that, oh, I'm going to destroy it, or there are no shinobi in this time of peace. I think he just realizes that, no ninja here can defeat them. And I think Boruto sees that, I gotta go ahead and leave the village with Sasuke to get power, try to defeat them, make a plan, train, and all that stuff. But Kawaki pretty much just sells out at that point. And even as evidence here, the allied shinobi really don't stand too much of a chance against, this clan. Just two people were able to pretty much take on the other Kage and, Sasuke as well. No, there's no way. There's no way the allied shinobi or the other Kage could take on a whole clan of them. They don't have that type of power. Now, Momoshiki was seen to pretty much have the Byakugan, the I guess the Kage type of Rinnegan in his hand, and when he absorbed Kinshiki, he got pretty much the Rinnegan that we already know that Madara had. Now, is the whole clan able to do that? We don't know, but we probably have to grasp some straws that they probably can. And with everybody absorbing just one person can get a Rinnegan or have their own Rinnegan, that's a lot of power. That's a lot. And of course, as you know, Boruto also had that dream where he actually did get his kind of, I guess, Tenseigan, I guess, maybe. But Toneri, we've also seen him. He's been trapped for 10,000 years. And I think they may be able to try to go ahead and free him, see if he'll help, maybe. But honestly, I do think that he's just going to be after Boruto's eye. That's the only reason why he tried to help him unlock it for some reason. Now, of course, it's like, he pretty much just wanted Hinata's eyes, and I think he ended up getting Hinabi's. But, I'm just saying, he may have been like, oh, well, they're part of the same family, so Boruto probably going to have better eyes, and he probably does. Probably going to unlock the Tenseigan fully, and maybe Toneri is going to try to get it, but so far, he may try to help them or something, and I don't know how they're really going to get him out of that little time trap, honestly. But like, look at this here. Boruto, he of course used some of his dad's power, but like, look at his arm. I think that looks like the first stage of the little comma mark. And like, look at that little turn. Like, what was that? Like, that was enough to pretty much send him flying. That's power. He sent him out of space. That's power. That might be what the power they need to actually defeat the whole Otsutsuki clan. But as we see with future footage, Boruto's lights up as blue and Kawaki's lights up, as red and stuff. I don't know. But as we pretty much know now, you can pretty much regard the comma mark kind of like the curse mark. Now, we don't know if the red is like just entry level, like Sasuke with his curse mark, you saw like a few little black spots on him, and eventually it enveloped his whole body and pretty much transformed him into like this creature with like a little X on his face and like two giant hands coming out his back. We don't know if the comic art will actually do all that, honestly. Now, of course, in Boruto the movie, you see Boruto with the little diamond piece in his palm, and that's the little start of his comic mark. And so far as we see here, even with Kawaki, it pretty much spreads to part of your body. Now will it actually envelop their whole body? We don't know. Well, is this the extent? Is this like the full power of it? Probably not, because even Sasuke went into his, teenage years, even using his curse mark still. And also to mention, we even saw that Boruto actually had part of his Tensei gun unlocked. It kind of looked as if it was the same one that he's been using like since now. But what kind of power could Kawaki actually have to pretty much rival that? Is he himself like? Does he have a lot of chakra reserves? Oh, maybe he has like a lot of chakra reserves, and maybe we find out he's part of the whatchamacallit, the Uzumaki clan. He might be part of that clan, and honestly, that could be something to pretty much rival, chakra. Because as we know, the Uzumaki clan are pretty adept with seals, and to pretty much do a seal, you need a lot of chakra. Because even like with Boruto, all those kids couldn't even keep Kakashi, post remove Sharingan too long in a seal. But of course, seals aside, I don't think he's gonna do like too many seals. I mean, he might, but I mean, he might be part of the Uzumaki clan. I mean, of course, Boruto is, but he's can probably make only like 4 or 5 shadow clones at a time. He might be able to make more, but I don't really think anyone is pretty much gonna top, Naruto's shadow clone technique. Maybe Kawaki will though. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like and comment, and yeah, that's it. See you guys later.